Okay, we're working with matrices. A matrix, you say? Yeah, we're working with matrices. So, right here, this is a matrix. It's an array of numbers, right? So they're stored in an array. And the first thing you have to know is how to talk about a matrix. And what we need to know is the dimension of the matrix. This one is 4 tall, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 wide. So the dimension of this matrix is 4 by 3. So you always tell me how tall it is. Tall, and then a little x, and then how wide it is. So this one is 4 tall and 3 wide, so it's called a 4 by 3 matrix right there. Let's look at this one. Here, this one is 3 tall. This is matrix M1. See M1 right there? Matrix M1 is 3 tall and 2 wide, right? Matrix M2, that's this guy, is 2 tall and 3 wide, right? They have the same numbers in them, but they're written in a different way. So these are not equal. The only time they're equal is if they have the same dimensions. You say, they look equal, they have the same numbers in them. They do have the same numbers. But since they're not the same dimensions, they are not equal. Right? The only time they can be equal is if they have the same dimensions. Okay, so we know how to write a matrix and how to say the dimension of the matrix. So real quick, what's the dimension of that matrix? Well, it's how tall it is by how wide it is. Well, that's 2 by 1, right? That's a 2 by 1 matrix because it's 2 tall and 1 wide. All right? Hoorah! Well, we learned something about matrices. Let's look at something else that we need to know about a matrix. And I'll probably have to clean all this junk off before we can do that. So let's leave the tall and wide thing there. But we can get rid of all this other stuff. Okay, looks like I need an L on my tall. There we go. Tall by wide. So we're looking at this matrix right here. This one is 1 tall and 3 wide. Right? This matrix right here is 1 tall and 3 wide. This matrix right here is 3 tall and 1 wide. Now then, this is what has to happen when you multiply. When you multiply, the two numbers that are in the center have to be exactly the same. So if you just understood what I said these two numbers here have to be exactly the same. The 3 and the 3. So the inside numbers, the size of this one and the size of this one, we can multiply these guys together and get an answer because they're set up to where the inside dimension and the inside dimension of the other one, the last one and the first one, have to be the same. So let's look at this one. You can see that this matrix is a 2, whoops, wrong color. This matrix is a 2 by 2 matrix, right? This one right here is a 2 by 2 matrix. And this one right here is a 2 by 3 matrix. Yay! So we can multiply those together. You know why? Yeah, because these two inside numbers are the same. The inside numbers have to be the same. So, look, we're going to learn how to do it on our calculator, but this is what our calculator does. It multiplies the row times the column. And so you do 8 times 1 and 2 times 0. This is all they're doing. They're doing 8 times 1 and 2 times 0 and then adding those together. That's 8. And then they do 8 times 3 and negative 2 times 4 and add those together. That's 16. And then they would do 8 times 5. That's 40. And negative 2 times 2, that's negative 4. So 40 minus 4 would be 36. See? Right down there. Yay! That's what your calculator's doing each time it does this. It takes the top row times all 3 columns, and then it takes the bottom row times all 3 columns, and then it'll give us an answer like this. So I want to show you how to use your calculator to do that. So let's clean this out. And then I probably didn't need to clean that out. Actually, I should write that back in there, right? That's what I should do. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. And this one is a 2 by 3 matrix. Okay, so we are going to use our calculators right now to solve this problem. Whoops, I need the problem. That's silly. Huh. All right, I need the problem and I need the calculator. Okay, now, where is matrix? Now, every calculator is different. This is an older calculator. You're looking for the word matrix. So if you look at my calculator, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th button down, right above it in yellow, is the word matrix, right? So if I want to access the matrix, I have to hit the yellow button and then the matrix key. And first I have to turn my calculator on. That doesn't work. Okay, yellow button, matrix key. All right, so see what I get? I get a whole bunch of matrices. Matrix A, matrix B, C, D, E. And these are the sizes of the matrix. So I had some in here already, right? The size of the matrix in there. So we're going to delete those matrices and then start all over. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to go to memory, which is my plus sign. So I'm going to do second plus sign. And then if you notice, the second thing down is deleting stuff. So I'm going to go to delete. And then it says, what do you want to delete? Right? I could delete everything, but I don't want to do that. No sirree, Bob. I'm going to go down to matrix. And then it says, which one would you like to delete? You know? And I say, I want to delete this one. Matrix A. And matrix B. And so I'm just hitting the delete button right here. Delete matrix C, delete matrix D, delete, delete. Now I don't have any matrices in my problem. So if I go back to second quit, if I go back to my matrix, look, now I don't have any matrices in my problem. So I can enter a matrix, and this is how you do it. I have to go over to edit, so I'm going to scoot over, and then when I hit enter, it's going to tell me what size is your matrix, right? You have to tell it how big you want. Well, I want this to be 2 by 2, right? That's what this one is. It's 2 by 2. So that's what I'm going to say. 2, enter, 2, enter. Now then, I want to put these numbers in. And you have to put them in the order that they are written. So you do 8 and then -2, then 4, then 1. So watch. I'm going to say 8, enter, -2, enter, 4, enter, 1, enter. So see, I included it into my matrix, and now I'm done with matrix A. That was my first matrix, right? Matrix A. So now I do second quit, and then I go back to matrix, second matrix. Then I go over to edit, and now I want to see it says matrix A is 2 by 2. I want to make matrix B, so I'm going to edit matrix B. And then what size is matrix B? It's 2 tall and 3 wide. So I'm going to do 2, enter, 3, enter. So that's 2 tall and 3 wide. Right? That's what it is. And then I just put the numbers in there. And you just go all the way across the top, then all the way across the bottom. So I'm doing 1, enter, 3, enter, 5, enter, then 0, then 4, then 2. And see, my matrix looks just like that one. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Okay? Now I have to second quit out of that. So I'm going to do second quit, just like that. Now, what do I want to do? I want to multiply A times B. See, that's what that says. And we know what the answer is supposed to be, as they tell us the answer right down there. Right down there. Right? So we're going to do A times B. So how do I do that? Well, I have to go second matrix, right? And then I have to select matrix A. So I just hit enter. And it'll say matrix A. Now, what do I want to do with matrix A? I can add it or subtract it or multiply it, right? So I'm going to multiply times, and then I have to go back and do second matrix, go down to number 2, and hit enter. And see, now it says A times B. Now, let's look. We know what the answer is supposed to be. We got the answer right here, right? And we're going to see what we got. Bing! Look at what we got. Oh, I have my matrix on. I have my matrix showing all the decimals, so I have to change that so you can see everything. So I'm going to go back to my mode, and I'm going to scoot down here. If you notice the second line right here, whoops, where's my pointer? Second line right here, I've got it set to always show 3 decimal places. Well, that's not helpful when I'm working with matrices. So I'm going to go down to float, and then I'm going to hit enter. Now then, let's do the whole question again. There it is. Now we can see 8, 16, 36 is across the top. See, that's what that is. 8, 16, 36. 4, 16, 22. See, we got 4, 16, 22 on the bottom. Yay! We know how to multiply matrices. Hoorah! All right. We'll come back and do it again here in part 2. Bye.